So there's been a bit of a gap in between. I've been away traveling through New England, Quebec, as well as a bit of France, Switzerland, and Italy. Back now. I did record one episode when I was away, but it was just so busy, seeing so much as there's so much to see in Europe. I guess as a history teacher, it is one of the best places to visit in the world because that's the sort of history that I actually like. Before we get into today's conversation, a couple of things have actually happened in the AI world. Google have dropped Gemini version 3, so I'll have a look at that. Obviously, big updates and changes to build on what they've been doing. They've also updated their Notebook LM product as well. And in the OpenAI world, we've got ChatGPT released ChatGPT for teachers, which is free for at least the next 12 months. But that's only for US teachers at this stage. So I wanted to have a look myself, see whether I could sign up onto that. But you have to be a US teacher to actually do that. So if you're in the US, definitely go on. You got to prove your credentials. You got to, I guess, associate yourself with a school, tell you what school you teach at, use your school email, sign up, use it for free. It's a really good tool. And hopefully they'll bring it down under to us in Australia as well. What I'm going to focus on today, come out of a conversation in one of the Facebook groups. So we're going to talk about what teachers, I think, what they really need to hear. The world of AI is full of wrapper sites, and there's new ones all the time. And these are websites that I've spoken about before. These are websites that sit on top of usually a general purpose engine or an open engine such as OpenAI, things like Google's engines, Claude, things like that. So they build on top of that, there's nothing wrong with that. And they present everything that's behind nice, colourful buttons. Things like create lesson plans, generate quizzes, write rubrics, summarise some text. So in this episode, what really got started me with the comment I saw in this Facebook group was, I've run out of free credits in my AI lesson generator site. I won't mention the particular site here. Does anyone know another one that does the same thing for free? So obviously this teacher's been using AI, which is absolutely fantastic. At the same time, they've used up all their free credits. And I did this earlier on when I was using earlier on when I was using Gamma. And I found a tweak. If you use different email addresses, you could get getting your free credits, but it was really awkward. In the end, I just pay for it because it's a really good tool that really fits my context really well. But what I find is if you pay for these features, and a lot of them are built on the freemium model, and then once you run out of that, you've got to pay more to get the features, or you've got to pay more for additional features. And I'm going to go through what has been ranked as probably the most popular ones on the site. And why wrapper sites tools can be helpful, they also hide the engine underneath. They'll give you the results, but they don't teach you how these results are created or how to tweak them when they fall outside what you actually want. And it's the old adage of give a fish. Yeah, it's like the old saying, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, you teach him how to fish, you feed him for life. And that's what I feel wrapper sites are like, giving someone a fish for the day. It solves the job, but doesn't really give them that long-term development and confidence to build on that knowledge and really create things that need specific based on the skills they learn as they go. So today I'm going to unpack some big wrapper tools, what they do well, what they don't do well, and compare with, I'll mention what they cost based on current prices today near the end of 2025, and the value of learning versus the general purpose AI tool such as ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Copilot, and so forth. So part of this review is, obviously it's part review, part opinion, and part encouragement to take control of your own AI literacy by getting on a general purpose website. The first one is Magic School AI. I do mention when people listen to the podcast, I do have done a summary PowerPoint. You'll get that on the YouTube channel if you want to go have a skip through the slides, and I will develop a download document. You can grab it. First one is Magic School AI. If you ask people on Facebook, what do you use to solve this problem? People put the question up. 80% of the time, someone's going to say Magic School AI. There's a good interview on one of the podcasts. I think it was Great People with Kawasaki. From the name of the podcast there. Let's have a look for it. Remarkable People, really good podcast to listen to. I think he interviewed the founder on that, talked about the idea behind Magic School AI and how it's grown. So they describe themselves as the big Swiss Army knife of teacher AI tools. Magic School, probably one of the most polished wrappers around, offers 60 specialized tools, including full lesson plan generators, rubric builders, curriculum align activities, differentiation tools, vocabulary lists, text rewrites, IEP assistant, email communication, custom chatbot builders, and Rihanna assistant trained for education context. Now, the interface is really friendly. You can choose the tool, fill in a few fields. Output comes pre-formatted in a teacher-friendly way. So basically, you can use it. I guess where it shines is it's good for teachers who want speed and structure very quickly. If you want a lesson plan that looks neat and you want it in 30 seconds, Magic School will give that for you. Now, where its limits are, every output is a template. You can customize fields, but you can't reshape the tool itself. The Magic School doesn't have a button for what you want, you're stuck. What does it go for? At the moment, $13. These are in US prices, $13 a month versus and $100 a year. Obviously, you get discounts about 12 months in advance. The next one is edua.ai. I used this early in my development. It's been around since early 2023. I have used it previously. I don't use it anymore when I was in the early stage of experimenting what was actually out there. So it's a pedagogy-heavy site, about 110 frameworks. It's good for teachers who love structure, supports dozens of different teaching models, such as 5E, backwards design, UDL, project-based learning, query frameworks, Montessori structure, concept attainment, Socrative, Socratic, questioning frameworks, plus templates, objective assessments, and graphic organizers. I guess this is really good for teachers early in their career or switching subjects because it's more of different pedagogical approaches more than specific lessons. So it can give you those approaches, which I find handy. So often you can benefit a lot from these ready-made structures. The actual platform forces quality through nice, colorful framework. Once again, if you try to break the template or outside it, the box that it actually is designed for, it just can't do it. The tool is only flexible within its actual frameworks. It's a bit cheaper. It's $6 a month or $50 a year. Like I said, it doesn't do it anywhere near as much as Magic School. The next one is the one built into Khan Academy. Now, Khan Academy, as you may have used it, is a really good free learning platform. They call it Khan-Migo. It's self-reliable education for it. It's more of a tutoring AI. So it's not really, you can use it for it, but it's obviously at the core, it's designed for teachers or students to actually use to support their learning. So it's pedagogy built in, and it's got safety built in because it's obviously within the Khan Academy environment. It can do lesson planning tools, rubric, grading helpers, exit ticket generators, quiz creators, writing tutors, reading guides, powerful make it relevant tool that adopts examples of student interest, and that's an interesting one that differentiates it. Real-time tutoring for maths and humanities. And I think the last point, honestly, where it's actually aimed at in terms of the majority of people using Khan Academy are actually going to be students themselves or teachers allocating work on Khan Academy. The good side, it's trustworthy. Khan Academy does a fantastic job. Schools nervous about AI, safety or hallucinations. This is a really good, safe starting point to build that confidence. Once again, it's still a wrapper. It's within the context of the Khan ecosystem, so you can't redesign it. It's not a creative tool like, say, ChatGPT or some of the others. It's free for teachers to use, $4 a month, $44 US a year for parents and students to get obviously more features built into it. No, we'll skip that one. I wasn't going to talk about ChatGPT Plus. It's in my slides there, but Plus essentially is your ChatGPT. And one, you get free basic access for that. Paid plans, obviously, you get a lot more features. You can load a lot more files up there. You get access to different models. It is better. I'd say definitely go pay for it if you're a teacher. Next one, Teach Better AI. Once again, huge toolkit at a tiny price. It's got lots of volume, no customization. And like I said, we're getting a lot of repeat here. Well, so what's Teach Better does a bit different than anything else. It does concept of mastery coach as that sort of approach. It's got writing assistants, quiz, worksheet generators and creators. Does science lab simulations, which is good. Has a YouTube video analyzer. And that's really good if you want to get details off YouTube, repurpose them. Project idea generator, translation tools, explain like on 5 modes, so simplifies the language down for you. Productivity tools like planners and checklists. So it's a library of mini tools. Breadth, it covers a lot. There's almost a tool for any classroom task you could think of. Where it hits its ceiling, you can't combine tools creatively. So if you do one at a time, you've got to move that content and onto the next one. In general, AI, you could blend simulations with a rubric, with a worksheet. Teach Better won't let you build those cross-platform workflows. So you're looking about just about $2 a month, or like about $2 a month for that particular one. Okay, TeachMate AI. So digital assistant for the lesson planning, rubrics, script, and feedback. You see the cache lines pretty much the same for all these different wrappers. Lots of options. TeachMate focuses on things like report comments. No one else has really done that at this stage, so good for that if you've got a gap in that area. Lesson starters and hooks, activity generators, scripts, assemblies, presentations, behavior management templates, rubrics, assessment structures, literacy scaffolds, and risk assessment. So the main differences are they've come down a bit, find a different niche for their wrapper. I guess people in the UK and Australia like it. It's really good for narrative report writing and admin tasks. We do a lot of those here. Often what TeachMate outputs needs a bit of polishing. And because everything's a template, you hit your boundaries fast. You're looking about £7 a year, £7 a month, £72 a year. School plans, £395 a year for 10 students. 10 teachers, got students on the brain. So that works about £40 a student teacher. Still thinking about students, aren't we? The next one is Brisk. Now, Brisk is a Google plugin. It's fairly good. It was all free in the beginning. They've obviously added paid features to it. It just works within Google Chrome itself. So it's an add-on that floats around. Very handy if Google is your platform. It's good for AI for reading, writing, and feedback. So it's a Chrome extension you can download for free. And you can literally, as it flits there, click on and ask it to things like rewrite tests, generate rubrics on the fly, comment on Google Docs, summarize student writing. You can actually use it to use feedback. I did that in the early days as a demonstration. Create personalized interventions, translate documents, help quizzes and presentations. It's a lot more flexible than the other wrappers because it's built within Google, so you can put more prompts in there instead of just using templates all the time. It's fast and removes friction between AI and Google Docs because it's essentially there all the time whether you're in Google Docs and Google Chrome. What it's limiting, its tools are predetermined. You can't design a rubric or a feedback style. Looking at $10 a month US, $100 a year. Kira. So this one focuses on co-teacher with strong student analytics. So what it goes into things like adaptive instruction, which we all love. If you're pushing a student through, you can get it to adapt basically the student's strengths and build on top of that and really push them. There's AI essay grading, context-aware feedback, personalized reading levels, hint-based tutoring, AI-driven insights. So it really is more the analytical side of it, more than actual creation of content or resources yourself. So it's designed to scale. You can do whole entire cohorts, entire year groups if you want, or just your particular class. I guess it's school first. It's not teacher first, like I said. It's the data we want to grab as teachers. Price is hidden behind some enterprise quotes, so I couldn't actually get a price for it. So it's quote based. Not sure if there's monthly or annual plans. It's quote based. There's probably an annual plan that you sign up for. Look into it. School AI. Once again, it's AI for show. It's got things like chat rooms and analytics built in. So School AI isn't a teacher tool. It's an ecosystem they're trying to pitch it at. It gives you personalized student tutoring, real-time AI discussion rooms in huddles, inverted commas is what they refer to. Quiz generation, automatic lesson and rubric creation, secure and monitored AI conversations, teacher dashboard analytics. So this is good. Safety, visibility, admins can monitor the AI interactions with their students. Teachers don't learn prompting. The system does all the thinking for them. So it's pretty much a key turn type arrangement you can bring in and implement within your school. Once again, quote-based, district-only level pricing. They're gone for that system-level interaction. Class Companion. So it's an AI tutor, automated feedback for writing, problem-solving. Class Companion specializes in instant essay scoring, step-by-step hint, real-time tutoring, teacher-adjustable assignments, mastery tracking, personalised learning sequences. It's good because it gives more meaningful, gradual feedback than most wrappers, because obviously that's what the focus is in its design. And you're limited to the assignment structure that the platform supports, so you can't really do your own. It comes with a free teacher plan, school licenses, once again, quote-based. Next one's Chalky. Now, Chalky I've seen a lot on Facebook. Lots and lots of ads, so obviously they've got a bit of really trying to promote it. So it's really good slide generating engines. Personally, I prefer Gamma. I think that's really good, though it's coming for the new general purpose platforms. It's now in Notebook LM. It's one of the things they've actually added on for the haven't had play with it. It's something to do later this week. So Chalky can generate things like lesson slides, Google Slides, PowerPoints. Like I said, Gamma does that, but I'm not reviewing Gamma in this one. I've mentioned it before. Recap summaries, multiple choice quizzes, worksheets, discussion prompts, unit sequences. So it produces things that are visually clean, structured slides with consistent formatting. Huge time saver in that regard. If you need some unusual formatting, cross-disciplinary blending or deeper pedagogy, the templates really do struggle. Regard that. So it's $6 US a month. No annual discount published. Excuse me there. Me talking for a bit. Get a drink of water. Okay, Diffit. Now, Diffit was really big. I used it earlier on until I realized I could just do it in ChatGPT. So Diffit specialty is differentiation. So the idea is you can put text and things in there, and you can level reading materials, vocabulary list, comprehensive questions, simplified explanations, adjusted length text, language translations. So it's really good or brilliant for literacy intervention. So you can obviously adjust literacy levels, ELD support, and mixed ability classes. And I've seen, like my child's school, I know they've used Diffit because the templates they're working with are basically out of Diffit, but it only does one part of teaching with differentiation, and it doesn't really do anything beyond that. Some aspects of it's free. School licenses are available. Didn't really get pricing for that, but individuals use it for free, but then you get limited access to different templates, and you've got to pay more for particular templates that you may want. But like I said, if you need quick adjustments of literacy levels, it does it, or you can just ask exactly the same thing. In a general purpose AI platform, even the free versions will do it for you just as well. EdCaf AI, so seminar for presentations, grading, and chat building. So slide deck generation, custom chatbots, quiz and test builders, assignment graders, AI text speech, image generation, writing improvements tools, curriculum aligned activities. It's closer to an all-in-one that you see platform that you see compared to many other sites. So it's very good with that. Once again, the tools can be a bit fragmented because it tries to do a lot of features. And there's not much depth in a lot of what they do. Looking at $8 US a month. Now what's that about? $96 a year. And there's a higher tier one, which is like $15 a month. Go have a look at it. Mitsu. So the idea is simple chatbots for students, free, but obviously you can customize them. So Mitsu specializes in structured essay tutors, step-by-step math helpers, reading comprehension bots, teacher creation custom bots, safe unlocked student access. I guess it's one of the easiest ways to introduce students to AI in a controlled way. It doesn't produce materials for teachers, and it focuses on tutoring only. Once again, it's free for teachers. Quizlies, gamified classroom quizzes with some AI enhancements. For a long time, I've used quizzes like that, same sort of concept in there. So quizzes offer competitive quizzes, real-time leaderboards, formulate assessment dashboards, skill tracking, AI generate questions. Strength, it boosts engagement instantly. I know, my students absolutely love quizzes when we do those. At the same time, you've got to have resources in your classroom, whether it's computers or portable devices to do that. And it's not really an AI tool. It's more like an AI add-on to an existing thing. So it's got a basic free tier. Then it's got things like standardized plans, which they didn't publicize. You've got to follow up. Kangaroo AI, Roo. Whenever I see this, I always think of Australia, but I don't think it is Australian. So this one focuses on essay grading and feedback. And it's a fairly new product, but I see people talking about it. Focuses on automated essay grading, structured feedback, rubric generation, plagiarism checking, maybe existing content, lesson planning templates. It aims to reduce the workload for us as teachers. It's still new, still evolving, and pricing really isn't public at this stage. But it's free in the beta. Jump on board, see what it's like. So the last two we've got are Elicit and Idea. And these are a little bit different. They're not really aimed at teachers, but they do have a use for us. So Elicit is a semantic academic research tool. So research summarization. They're really working with us early on this Monday morning. Literature reviews, extracting claims, evidence, and methodology. Comparison tables, and reading heavy subjects, content, and simplifying it. Cuts down the massive research tasks into digestible outputs. So if you're doing research or getting students to research, or you want to do some background research on a particular topic you knew about, it's a good place to start. Not a classroom focus because it's research focused. Core features are free. Advanced tiers are coming, not really announced. Idea, once again, is an adapted mass practice by AI. I haven't used it whatsoever, but I had a look at the website. Once again, there's a lot of AI or machine learning type apps already out there. I know some of my schools have used it. So this sort of builds on that. So what it does is problem sequencing, adaptive difficulty, visual worked examples, skill tracking, and remediation suggestions for students. So hopefully you get that data in there. You can focus on where their weaknesses actually are. It's fantastic for maths departments because wanting some personalized pathways. But like I said, there's a lot of non-AI tools that are out there. But it's only aimed at institutions and not customizable by teachers. It's a one byproduct and then you implement it. Final thoughts. We've got a nice black screen there. Final thoughts. When you start looking at these wrapper sites, they all have a pattern. The main thing is they go to automate task review. They try and simplify workflows and they hide the complexity of AI. What they also do is hide the opportunity for you to build the most valuable skill teachers can develop, which is AI fluency in using the tools. Teachers using wrappers become dependent on the wrappers. Teachers using general purpose platforms such as ChatGPT, Claude, and so on become designers of their own AI workflows. And over time, you'll become more efficient, more effective, and much, much faster and far more creative in terms of what you can actually produce. So wrappers initially make you efficient, but it's a false efficiency because if the tool doesn't do it, you're stuck within it. Whereas general models will actually make you more powerful over time. And basically when your free credits run out, the tool disappears, you then got to make a choice. Are you going to pay for this tool? Or you're going to say use one of the general purpose ones for free, develop your skills on that and then pay for that. Yes, say $20 US, ChatGPT will cost you more, but you can do far more for it compared to some of the other tools. And for, say, Magic School AI, that extra $8 US a month, how much more time is it actually saving when you actually get into your preparation? So I hope you enjoyed this update today. They'll become more frequent now that I'm back home in Australia. The other thing I mentioned I'll do a review of is ChatGPT or OpenAI have actually released their own web browser called Atlas. It has some issues with it at the moment, but once again, an AI-powered web browser is another game changer. I think I'm going to talk about that in one of the very next or the episode after that. I've been using with it, and you basically got ChatGPT in your web browser working live with data, as well as the other features that you do. So it's very good, and I'll give a good case example of that how I'm already using it to make myself a bit more efficient. As always, go to the Facebook page. If you've got any questions or send me an email, my contacts are in the show notes there. If you like the podcast, get on, give it some feedback, written comment, give it a like or a star, 5 stars ideally, pass it on to your friends and colleagues. So the more teachers we get using AI, our life will be easier. Also, you develop those small networks where you can support and help each other as well. Until then, keep up the good work in your classroom, and I'll talk to you next time.